Bold and the Beautiful 2026 predictions, intense rivalry, explosive family feuds, and shocking wedding drama. Bold and the Beautiful jumps into 2026, and we are looking ahead to predictions for the year ahead. From Katie Logan, Heather Tom, to Hope Logan, Annika Noel, Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, to Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada, and more. We expect big stuff in this new year. Bold and the Beautiful prediction, Deacon Bales on Sheila. Our first prediction kicks off with Deacon and Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown. I suspect they might split soon, even if they eventually get back together. Deacon is still crushing on Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and Sheila has broken his trust. I think Deacon only went back to Sheila because Taylor basically told him to. She was trying to remove the temptation, so she didn't cross any professional lines because Deacon is her patient, but he's also very hot. As we head into 2026, no matter what Taylor encourages him to do, I don't think Deacon can stay with Sheila much longer. It's clear he wants Taylor. Plus, his kids, Hope and Deke Sharp, Harrison Cone, are never going to accept Sheila in their lives. Deacon wants to be in his kids' good graces and have ongoing access to the grandkids, and that means Sheila is an ongoing problem. Deacon pursues Taylor as Sheila Carter returns to villainy on B&B. That brings us to our second prediction. I suspect Deacon gets together with Taylor. Whether it lasts or not is a question, but I expect more of a slow burn. I enjoy their friendship and the growing chemistry we're seeing, and there is a genuine connection there. Of course, Sheila will always be a major problem. We might even see her go full villain again and try to get Taylor out of the way, thinking that would help win Deacon back, which of course it would not. Taylor and Deacon may be on an especially slow burn while the fashion house rivalry takes center stage as the new year kicks off. Hope and Liam contemplate expanding their family on Bold and the Beautiful. Now that Hope and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, are remarried, I think they may try for another baby. They have this new life together, and Hope was thrilled that Liam didn't really have cancer and survived being shot by Luna. They have Beth together, and while Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samory, is around now and then, I can see Hope and Liam wanting to expand their family. A soapy twist would be infertility drama, which could give them another obstacle to overcome together. Luna's shocking return from the presumed dead on Bold. Luna returning from the dead feels inevitable. A delayed return would work best. Once will Spencer, Crew Morrow, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and others accept her death and move on. If Sheila loses Deacon, she might welcome Luna back with open arms and help her plot revenge, which would be a terrifying alliance. Hope may leave Forrester Creations and join Katie's new fashion house, Logan. She was devastated when Steffi forced her to fire Deke, especially after Hope was so excited to revive hope for the future with her brother. Once Hope finds out about Katie's company, she may defect. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is already furious about the Logan name, and having Hope join Katie would push her over the edge. Eric Forrester sides with Katie in a major fashion showdown. Eric Forrester, John McCook, may bring his designs to Logan, making his new collection Katie's debut line. Brooke recently mocked Katie for not having designers, but Eric joining her would change everything. This could set up a massive showdown between Logan and Forrester Creations, with sabotage, lawsuits, and family betrayals ahead. Deke could return as part of Brooke and Ridge Forrester, Torsten K.'s plan to crush Katie and Bill's company. If Eric defects, Ridge may panic and pull more Forresters into the fight. Steffi and Hope may be headed for another epic feud. Forcing Thomas back onto the line and firing Deke reignites all their old issues. With Brooke and Katie already at odds, the women of Los Angeles are headed straight for war. Also, Will may propose to Electra, triggering Luna's return from the dead. Meanwhile, Carter Walton and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, could move quickly from dating to marriage. Hope and Liam contemplate expanding their family on Bold and the Beautiful. Now that Hope and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, are remarried, I think they may try for another baby. They have this new life together, and Hope was thrilled that Liam didn't really have cancer and survived being shot by Luna. They have Beth together, and while Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samary, is around now and then, I can see Hope and Liam wanting to expand their family. A soapy twist would be infertility drama, which could give them another obstacle to overcome together. Luna's shocking return from the presumed dead on Bold. Luna, returning from the dead, feels inevitable. A delayed return would work best. Once will Spencer, Crew Morrow, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and others accept her death and move on. If Sheila loses Deacon, she might welcome Luna back with open arms and help her plot revenge, which would be a terrifying alliance. Hope may leave Forrester Creations and join Katie's new fashion house, Logan. She was devastated when Steffi forced her to fire Deke, especially after Hope was so excited to revive hope for the future with her brother. Once Hope finds out about Katie's company, she may defect. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, is already furious about the Logan name, and having Hope join Katie would push her over the edge. Eric Forrester sides with Katie in a major fashion showdown. Eric Forrester, John McCook, may bring his designs to Logan, making his new collection Katie's debut line. Brooke recently mocked Katie for not having designers, but Eric joining her would change everything. This could set up a massive showdown between Logan and Forrester Creations, with sabotage, lawsuits, and family betrayals ahead. Deke could return as part of Brooke and Ridge Forrester, Torsten K.'s plan to crush Katie and Bill's company. If Eric defects, Ridge may panic and pull more Forresters into the fight. Steffi and Hope may be headed for another epic feud. Forcing Thomas back onto the line and firing Deke reignites all their old issues. With Brooke and Katie already at odds, the women of Los Angeles are headed straight for war. Also, Will may propose to Electra, triggering Luna's return from the dead. Meanwhile, Carter Walton and Daphne Rose Muriel Hilaire could move quickly from dating television's most enduring daytime drama are reportedly reeling today from what insiders are calling the most devastating forecast yet for the bold and the beautiful in 2026. Sources close to the show hint at a year filled with broken trusts, shattered relationships, and heartbreak that may redefine the legacy of the Forrester, Spencer, and Logan families, all while pushing the boundaries of rivalry, betrayal, and shocking romance. Here's everything we predict could unfold in this emotionally charged year. Buckle up. Fire 1. The war between Ridge and Steffi escalates, and the family fractures, a legacy torn apart. After years of shifting alliances and painful separations, predictions indicate that the long-standing feud between Ridge Forrester and his daughter, Steffi, will reach unprecedented heights in 2026. According to insider sources, fictional forecasts from Storytelling Patterns, the tension ignites over a design collaboration gone wrong. This time, a groundbreaking runway show meant to outshine all previous shows. What was intended to be a triumphant moment for Steffi and Forrester Creations instead becomes a battleground. Accusations fly, old wounds are ripped wide open, and trust disintegrates. The result? Collision Forrester Creations splits into two rival design houses, one led by Ridge, the other by Steffi. This signals a devastating rift, one that could permanently sever father-daughter ties and leave fans mourning the unity that once defined the family dynasty. Bomb 2. New blood, new bloodshed. A shocking Spencer family scandalium and Hope's relationship on the brink. In what some are calling an emotional roller coaster of Shakespearean proportions, 2026 might see Liam and Hope embroiled in a scandal that shakes the Spencer family to its core. Rumor has it, creative speculation based on past narrative twists, that a revealed secret, possibly an old journal, a hidden DNA test, or an anonymous confession, threatens to unravel the very trust that has held them together for years. The fallout? Fire Liam could turn to an unexpected ally for comfort, perhaps someone fans least expect, which in turn may trigger a betrayal of Hope, whether emotional or romantic. A dramatic shift in the Spencer family's leadership dynamics. A ripple effect involving Brooke, Bill, and other core players. Fans predict social media will explode with reactions if this arc plays out, especially given how deeply invested audiences are in Liam and Hope. Broken Heart 3. A Wedding to Remember. And Regret's spectacular ceremony turns catastrophic. Every B&B fan knows that a wedding on this show is rarely simple, and the 2026 nuptials are predicted to be the most explosive yet. Here's what insiders speculate could happen. Bride with veil, a grand wedding is planned. Months of build-up, the most spectacular set design in franchise history. Clinking glasses, guests arrive, emotions run high, music swells. Collision, but just as the couple is about to say, "I do," the ceremony is interrupted by a devastating revelation. The nature of the revelation? Predictions vary. A secret lover crashes the wedding with proof of an affair. An unexpected child emerges from the shadows. A blackmail tape plays on the venue's screen. Or worse, a medical emergency halts the proceedings. Whichever way it's written, sources suggest this wedding will go down in daytime history as the moment that changed the course of multiple characters' lives forever. Eyes 4. The rise of a new villain. Mysterious, magnetic, and malicious. Daytime drama thrives on conflict, and in 2026, The Bold and the Beautiful may introduce a new antagonist whose presence sends shockwaves through both Forrester Creations and the Spencer household. Sparkles, this character, as predicted, is charming yet unpredictable, ambiguous in motive, possibly heroic at first, capable of turning friends into foes. Imagine a figure who, Small Blue Diamond, moves to Los Angeles under mysterious circumstances. Small Blue Diamond begins collaborating with both Spencer and Forrester interests. Small Blue Diamond gradually reveals a darker agenda. Social media is likely to be ablaze with theories about who this is. A new bloodline long buried? A corporate spy? A love interest with a hidden past? Whatever the truth, audiences may find themselves both captivated and disturbed by this new threat. Crying Face 5. Heartbreak for a beloved character, leaving daytime forever. One of the most talked about predictions is the emotional exit of a long-standing cast member, a loss so profound it could reshape the show's emotional core. While we won't speculate on specifics, rumors swirling among dedicated fan communities suggest this departure will come in the form of Broken Heart, a tragic accident. Red Heart, an illness struggle. Broken Heart, a selfless sacrifice. The result? A wave of grief, not just among on-screen characters, but among real-world fans, sparking tribute campaigns, hashtags, and emotional responses across platforms. This storyline, if it unfolds, promises to be one of the most poignant and unforgettable in daytime history. Fire 6. Explosive feuds across generations. Forrester versus Logan versus Spencer. While B&B has always thrived on complex family dynamics, 2026 is predicted to amplify every rivalry, especially between three of the most iconic clans. Forrester versus Logan. After years of tension, expect corporate espionage, design theft accusations, catwalk sabotage. These collisions may culminate in a dramatic confrontation that could alter the fashion world in Los Angeles forever, and could even force a merger or takeover nobody saw coming. Spencer versus Forrester. Once limited to romances gone wrong, this feud may deepen into battle for industry dominance, custody disputes, family alliances shifting like sand. Think boardrooms instead of bedrooms, and you get a hint of the potential stakes. Spencer versus Logan. Long-standing villains, frenemies, and alliances could blur until even the most loyal fans struggle to pick sides. Passion, loyalty, and betrayal will all be on full display. Chart decreasing 7. Social media storm. Fans already forecasting worst breakups of 2026. Even at the dawn of the year, Bold and the Beautiful fan communities are buzzing. Predictive threads creative speculation. Point 2. Broken heart ships, likely to break. Dizzy characters, once inseparable, now tearing each other apart. Fire alliances melting faster than ice on the Malibu sands. Fans believe 2026 will be the year relationships burn brighter and end darker than ever before. Television 8. A creative new direction, modern, edgy, unpredictable. Behind the scenes, creative strategists reportedly want to push the show in bold, new directions. No pun intended. Predictions include Sparkle's modern fashion tech integration, Sparkle's deeper cross-media storytelling, Sparkle's cameos from unexpected entertainment figures, Sparkle's emotional realism paired with classic B&B melodrama. This could mean virtual reality fashion shows, characters launching real-world fashion lines, interactive fan-driven plot elements. Some fans celebrate the innovation. Others fear too much change. Either way, engagement is expected to spike. Red Heart 9. Love redefined. Unexpected new couples rise. Despite all the sorrow and drama, 2026 may also deliver beautiful, surprising romances, the kind that spark late in life or emerge from the ashes of broken relationships. Predicted pairings include Rose, a reconnection between old friends. Revolving Hearts, a forbidden workplace romance. Red Heart, love spun from Rivalry. These softer storylines could offer emotional relief and give fans something hopeful to cling to amid the chaos. The sad news that could redefine the series. At its core, what makes these 2026 predictions so devastating isn't just the feuds or breakups. It's the magnitude of change. If all of these storylines unfold, long-standing relationships could end, family legacies could crumble, new villains could rise, beloved characters might leave. The world of fashion could be forever altered. For dedicated fans who've watched for decades, 2026 could feel like the end of an era and the start of a tumultuous new one. Performing arts' final thoughts. Brace for impact. Isn't that the reason fans tune in? Bold and the beautiful has always been a tapestry of beauty, betrayal, passion, heartbreak, and drama. And 2026 might just be its boldest year yet. Whether these predictions come true or not, one thing seems certain. The emotional stakes in B&B will be higher, darker, and more unforgettable than ever. Stay tuned, soap fans. This year may be one for the history books. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, the sun sets over Los Angeles only to reveal the long, jagged shadows of families torn apart by ambition and betrayal. As we step into 2026, the glitz of the fashion world has been replaced by the grit of a corporate war zone. From the ruins of a tragic accident to the altar of a rushed wedding, the canvas is shifting in ways that will leave fans reeling. Here is the very sad news and explosive predictions for what lies ahead in 2026. Broken Heart, the tragedy that changes everything. Is Luna truly gone? The biggest cloud hanging over 2026 is the death of Luna Nozoa. The very sad news dominating the headlines today is the confirmation from showrunners that Luna was declared dead at the scene of a horrific accident. However, in the world of soaps, no body usually means no peace. The accident, newcomer Dylan was the one behind the wheel when Luna was struck. While Finn and others have offered Dylan forgiveness, the guilt is eating her alive. The prediction: while Lisa Yamada has officially exited, rumors are swirling that Luna might have survived or has a twin. If she returns, she won't be the sweet girl we first met. She'll be a woman scorned, potentially aligning with Sheila Carter to dismantle the families that turned their backs on her. Dress the Logan versus Forrester war, a house divided. The long-standing peace between the Logans and Forresters has officially shattered. The battle isn't just about dresses. It's about the very name that defines a legacy. Brooke versus Katie, the ultimate sibling rivalry. Brooke Logan has made the shocking move of forbidding her sister, Katie, from using the Logan name for her new fashion house. Brooke argues that the name is tied to her belief formula and her history at Forrester. The feud: Katie is devastated. Backed by Bill Spencer, who is determined to see Katie shine outside the Forrester shadow, she is moving forward with Logan Designs anyway. The twist: Eric Forrester is feeling sidelined at his own company. Predictions suggest Eric may rebel and take his legendary sketches to Katie's new firm, effectively declaring war on his own son, Ridge. Ring-shocking wedding drama. Carter's rushed vows. Carter Walton is famous for falling fast, but his latest move has everyone questioning his sanity. He has officially proposed to Daphne Rose, the successful fashion and fragrance mogul. The controversy: they've only been simmering for a short time and the fans and the Forresters are skeptical. Carter is desperate for the family life he's always been denied, but Daphne has a different side that hasn't been revealed yet. Prediction: expect the wedding to be a centerpiece of 2026 drama. Will it be interrupted by a returning flame? Or will Daphne's true motives for marrying the Forrester so be her undoing? Fire forbidden sparks. The Taylor, Deacon, and Sheila triangle. Perhaps the most explosive storyline of the year is the burgeoning romance between Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp. Character current, situation future. Threat: Taylor finding a genuine connection with Deacon during therapy. Steffi is undone and will do anything to stop this. Deacon torn between his loyalty to Sheila and his heat with Taylor. If he leaves Sheila, she will go full villain. Again, Sheila currently grateful to Taylor for saving her marriage. When she discovers the betrayal, no one in LA is safe. Child: the next generation, a new rivalry. As the veterans fight over names and labels, the youth are fighting for their own territory. The new RJ, a recast RJ Forrester, played by Brian Nicoletti, has returned, and he's already clashing with Will Spencer. The love square: Will and Electra were the it couple, but with Dylan living in their guest house and RJ back in town, the beach house is becoming a pressure cooker of jealousy and hormones. Crystal Ball 2026 prediction summary. Hope and Liam. Despite their recent remarriage, Thomas Forrester's return to the hope for the future line will test their stability. Will Hope be able to keep her professional relationship strictly business? The corporate takeover. Brooke's secret plan to trick Carter into signing the company back to the Forresters will likely blow up in her face, potentially costing her her relationship with Ridge. A new villain. With Luna dead, a void exists for a young antagonist. Look for Dylan or a returning, darkened Luna to fill those shoes. The drama in 2026 is high-stakes, heart-wrenching, and undeniably bold. The long-standing peace between the Logans and Forresters has officially shattered. The battle isn't just about dresses. It's about the very name that defines a legacy. Brooke versus Katie, the ultimate sibling rivalry. Brooke Logan has made the shocking move of forbidding her sister, Katie, from using the Logan name for her new fashion house. Brooke argues that the name is tied to her belief, formula, and her history at Forrester. The feud. Katie is devastated. Backed by Bill Spencer, who is determined to see Katie shine outside the Forrester shadow, she is moving forward with Logan Designs anyway. The twist. Eric Forrester is feeling sidelined at his own company. Predictions suggest Eric may rebel and take his legendary sketches to Katie's new firm, effectively declaring war on his own son, Ridge. Ring-shocking wedding drama. Carter's rushed vows. Carter Walton is famous for falling fast, but his latest move has everyone questioning his sanity. He has officially proposed to Daphne Rose, the successful fashion and fragrance mogul. The controversy: they've only been simmering for a short time and the fans and the Forresters are skeptical. Carter is desperate for the family life he's always been denied, but Daphne has a different side that hasn't been revealed yet. Prediction: expect the wedding to be a centerpiece of 2026 drama. Will it be interrupted by a returning flame? Or will Daphne's true motives for marrying the Forrester so the walls are closing in on one of the bold and the beautiful's most controversial love stories, and the fallout promises to be heartbreaking, explosive, and unforgettable. Today's very sad prediction centers on a seismic shift that could change the course of multiple lives in Los Angeles. Deacon Sharp may finally bail on Sheila Carter. For a couple forged in scandal, danger, and forbidden desire, this potential breakup wouldn't just be another soap split. It would be a devastating reckoning decades in the making. A love built on fire and fear. From the moment Deacon and Sheila crossed into romantic territory, fans knew they were playing with fire. Deacon, the reformed bad boy desperately clinging to redemption, found himself irresistibly drawn to the most notorious woman in the show's history. Sheila Carter, brilliant, manipulative, and terrifying, has always thrived on obsession. Together, they were volatile chemistry personified. At first, it felt like a twisted fairy tale. Deacon believed, against every warning, that he was the one who could reach Sheila's heart. He saw vulnerability where others saw pure menace. He heard remorse in her words when the world heard lies. And for a fleeting moment, it looked like Sheila wanted a different life. Quiet dinners, honest love, and a chance to be more than the villain everyone expected. But Bold and the Beautiful has never let fairy tales last long, especially when Sheila Carter is involved. The cracks are no longer hairline. The signs have been there for weeks. Deacon's confidence has faltered. His eyes linger with doubt. His words, once passionate and defiant, now sound careful, measured, almost fearful. Where he once stood up to Ridge, Brooke, and the entire Forrester clan to defend Sheila, he's now noticeably quieter. Why? Because Deacon is realizing a painful truth. Loving Sheila may cost him everything he's fought to rebuild. His restaurant, his relationship with Hope, his fragile standing in a community that barely tolerates him as it is. Deacon has spent years crawling out of the shadows, desperate to prove he's changed. And Sheila, no matter how hard she tries, keeps dragging him back toward the darkness. Hope Logan, the unspoken line Deacon won't cross. At the heart of Deacon's internal battle is his daughter. Hope Logan has always been his North Star, the one person whose respect truly matters. While Hope has tried to understand her father's choices, Sheila remains a bridge too far. Every tense conversation, every worried look, every moment of silence between father and daughter chips away at Deacon's resolve. He may love Sheila, but he loves Hope more. And the possibility that Sheila could endanger Hope, emotionally or otherwise, is something Deacon cannot live with. If Deacon senses that Sheila's presence threatens his bond with his daughter, the decision may already be made. Sheila's spiral when control slips away. Here's where the sadness deepens. Sheila doesn't handle rejection well. She never has. If Deacon begins to pull away, even subtly, Sheila will feel it immediately. The smiles will harden. The reassurances will turn desperate. And the manipulation? That will intensify. Sheila's greatest fear isn't prison or death, it's abandonment. A Deacon breakup wouldn't just break her heart. It could trigger her darkest instincts. And Deacon knows it. This puts him in an impossible position. Stay with Sheila out of love, and fear of what she might do if he leaves, or walk away and risk unleashing chaos. Either choice comes with consequences, but Deacon is starting to realize that staying may be the more dangerous option of all. The moment that changes everything. Soap fans know that breakups don't happen quietly. There's always a catalyst, a moment so shocking it forces the truth into the open. It could be a secret Sheila keeps too long, a lie Deacon can't forgive, a move that puts Hope, Finn, or Steffi in harm's way. When that moment comes, Deacon won't hesitate. Our prediction: Deacon will walk away, not in anger but in heartbreak. And that may hurt Sheila more than any confrontation ever could. A goodbye that cuts deeper than hate. Imagine it, Deacon telling Sheila he loves her but can't do this anymore. No screaming, no accusations, just quiet devastation. That's the kind of goodbye Sheila will never recover from. Because if Deacon bails on her, not because she's a monster, but because he's choosing peace, Sheila loses the one person who believed she could change. And that loss could send her down one of two paths. True collapse, A lonely, broken Sheila, stripped of her illusions, facing the consequences of her life choices. Total meltdown. A wounded Sheila lashing out, determined to make everyone feel her pain. Either way, the fallout will ripple across the bold and the beautiful canvas. Deacon's redemption comes at a cost. For Deacon, walking away from Sheila may be the final step in his redemption arc, but it won't be painless. He'll grieve the relationship. He'll question himself, and he'll carry guilt, knowing that his departure may push Sheila over the edge. But Deacon has always been a man torn between desire and decency. This time, decency wins. Fans should expect emotional scenes, raw performances, and a Deacon who finally chooses self-respect over self-destruction. It's a sad ending, but perhaps a necessary one. What this means for the bigger picture. If Deacon bails on Sheila, the show opens the door to massive story shifts. Sheila becomes more unpredictable than ever. Deacon regains trust with Hope and the Logans. The Forresters brace for Sheila's next move. Old rivalries reignite with terrifying intensity. This isn't just a breakup. It's a turning point. Final thoughts. Love wasn't enough. Today's very sad, bold, and the beautiful prediction reminds us of a brutal soap truth. Sometimes love isn't enough to save someone or yourself. Deacon wanted to believe in Sheila. He wanted a miracle. But miracles are rare in Los Angeles, especially when the past refuses to stay buried. If Deacon truly bails on Sheila, it will be heartbreaking, shocking, and completely in character. And as viewers, we'll be left watching the aftermath, wondering whether this goodbye saves lives or destroys them.